Hey guys, it's Shrest. Welcome to your 39 Java tutorial. And today we are going to learn about we have learned about constructors. Okay, we are going to learn about constructor overriding. Sorry. So in the previous tutorial, I think I have covered the constructor. So in the previous tutorial, I told you that if you make a method without any data type and keep its name simple as not as simple as the same as that of class, we make a constructor which is called as soon as the object is made. So I have told that we can only make one constructor, which was a false statement here. So today I'm going to show you a way in which we can make multiple constructors with different number of arguments, and on the basis of the input or the number of arguments given by the user, that constructor will be called. So for that, let's make a new class here, and let me copy the name because we're going to make the constructor. So first of all, I'm going to make some private integers. So let's name it hour, and I will need private int and minute, and another one. So private int second. Looks good. Now our constructor. So we are going to make 4 constructors. One without which will not be taking any arguments, and let's use this here, so it will make this we used in previous tutorial more clear here. So let's give it 3 arguments, and again our method, its body, and let's give it 1 argument this time. So it is going to take an integer as an input, and what we are going to do is, using this we are going to call a constructor which takes 3 arguments, and one of the argument is going to be the integer h. Then let's make another one. It will take 2 integer h for hours and integer what is m for minutes, and again it will take hours and minutes and a 0, and finally our last one. So it is going to take 3 arguments 3 arguments, which are going to be integer hour, integer minute, and integer second, and body. And actually this one is this constructor here is going to print, and as you must have seen, like I was getting so many crosses earlier because I was calling a constructor which takes 3 arguments or 3 inputs or 3 parameters. You can use as many words as you want, but when I finally make, and we didn't had it earlier, so when I finally make an constructor which takes 3 arguments, so you can see all our little errors got vanished. So what this one is going to do is, it will print the value of the variables. So it is going to be system out print line, and what we are going to print is h. Let's give some space, and minutes, again some space, and finally we are going to print seconds. So it should work. So now we have our constructors here, and let's see how they work and what really is constructor overriding. So what we are going to do. Actually, I think I have used the wrong word here. I am using overriding, which should be overloading, not riding. So we are overloading our constructor with some extra work or extra arguments in this case. The same constructor is getting overloaded with some extra variables. So we are doing constructor overloading, not overriding. So I will fix this later, but for now let's continue. So I have my main method here, so let's make the constructor here. So object equals new, the class name and nothing. So I'm not not giving any argument to our constructor here. So let's see what will happen, and let's run. So you can see I am getting 0 0 0 here. So what happening is, since I gave no argument there, it called this constructor, which using this, which means the same name, like this we have covered, which again called this constructor but gave it 3 variables, which means it is going to access the constructor taking 3 variables here. So it is printing the hours, which is 0 0 and 0, hours, minutes and seconds. So now if I give one variable here, so again you should see 1 0 0. So again I call this constructor and give it this constructor and give it one variable as an input. This here again called this constructor, the same constructor, and gave it 3 arguments or 3 inputs, which is the constructor here taking 3 inputs. So if you simply ignore this one, what basically happening, this one, okay, if you simply ignore it, so what is happening is, if I call the constructor with no arguments, it will call this one. If I call with 1 argument, it will call this one. If I call with 3 arguments, it will call this one. And using the this here, it is again calling the same constructor and giving it 3 values. It is another way to use this here, and this is what happening here. So this is what overloading is. Overloading is not overriding, so forget this. And it was, I hope it have cleared something about this keyword, and that's how overloading works. So see you guys in the next tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe.